Yeah, so I think we are ready to start. I would first like to, introduce the workshop with its history, like how do you start with this? So when I submitted my work, which was also the same topic, the today's dilemma, a collage of self and city, and I submitted it a series of my work, which was done through digital collage as well as lithographic prints. And then the WWD team came up with me with the proposal that why can't we propose a workshop where people can also, make something like this kind of a collage. So the only constraint we had was we cannot teach lithography at this time without a total, printing setup and all. But we can still go through until the digital collage process. So I think that is an unique opportunity. So that's what I wanted to make sure that this workshop is not like a tutorial kind of thing where I'll just tell you like what to do and you will just repeat that process. But it's where we are trying to create a platform where everyone will have their unique kind of collage with their own experience. So I have already provided a library of images. I think you have access also to see like what kind of photos you can use, which will be very easy to make that collage. So that's why we already had email that if you have a selfie or a photo with a plain background, that would be really great for making this. And then there is an image library. You are more than welcome to use your own kind of images, own graphics. But the library that I have provided had some kind of thematic graphic elements if you want to follow a particular theme of colors, so you can use that library. So that is the thing. First, I think you should all have the access so that you can simultaneously make when I am showing you how to do it. And after that, I think we are ready to go. We can start with introduction of all of ourselves, our experiences, and then we can go from there. So who would like to start with their own introduction?
Wendy, do you want to start?
Okay, you want me to start.
You're at the first list on my list, so.
Right here by chance. Okay, well, now I sent in a little paragraph of 100 words and my side thing. Is that what I was supposed to do? Okay.
Yeah.
It's very short, I've been practicing a long time, so it was, nice to make it very concise. So I really emphasize my continual desire to change, be a change agent in the profession, and always looking for ways, creative different ways of changing the way architecture is taught and the way we approach it and how men and women work together and how it fits with the earth. And so I'm very interested in the project. And I'd like to see, I think travel has been an important part of many architects, and I've traveled too a lot. And so I appreciate your thinking, what is each one of us and the city or place we're in. And I think that'll be very interesting. So I look forward to your presentation.
So Audrey, do you want to join? As the next
participant?
Sure.
Hi, everyone. My name's Audrey. I'm currently a student at Cal Poly SLO, and I'm studying architectural engineering. And yeah, I'm really excited to hear what Devanjana has to present. I think diversity definitely is a really important factor, and I would like to see more of it in industry. So yeah, thank you for presenting today, Devanjana.
Yeah, and I would love to add that Audrey is also helping us in this whole exhibition. Yeah. So I think, Vishnu, am I right? Do you want to? Okay.
It's nice to see Devanjana. She's my senior at Iowa State. And it's really nice to be here with you all. And it's really nice to learn something new today. I'm a dual degree student doing my master's in architecture and planning with a certificate in GIS, and I really like to explore design, and seems to be a really good opportunity. So thank you.
Welcome, Vishnu.
So Shivangi,
Hi, I'm Shivangi. I am joining in from Auroville in South India, and I'm an architect. I'm practicing architecture and doing research on the traditional knowledge of Indian architecture. So that's my
I think you are cutting up.
field of expertise. And yeah, I'm looking very interesting to see how city and self are connected.
I think we cannot hear you, Shivangi.
Might be the internet connection.
Yeah.
I think she may have finished, but we can always circle back if you want to go on to Lucy.
So Lucy, hello.
I am myself Lucy, and I am from India. I'm basically a urban planner, and I'm working in a consultancy firm, Lee Associates. Suddenly, this is the platform very new to me. I got it through your profile, from your LinkedIn profile. So this is very new to me. Looking forward to like what is going on today.
Thank you,
Sure.
Lucy.
Thank you.
And yeah, Velma, is that correct?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Val Mandello. I'm an architect. I live in Oakland, California. I work in education and housing, and I learned about this this workshop from a coworker. So that's why I'm here. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you.
I think, yeah, Shivangi has introduced herself in the chat.
Do you want to read it, Dibanjana?
Sure. Oh, she said that she is joining from Auroville, India, and an architect working and researching on the traditional Indian knowledge of architecture. Looking forward. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, so I'll just introduce my work that we are going to see here. I'll just show you that, but I just first want to introduce how I had started the particular series that I submitted for WWD exhibition. So my main goal was to depicting the dilemmas of women architects in different layers of the society, you know, like from day-to-day life in our workplaces, when sometimes we are unnoticed, sometimes we are overworked, sometimes we are underpaid, and when we are living in an urban area, especially with its complexities, and sometimes we are hiding our true emotions as an women when we are struggling to go through in this pressure of the society. So under our retouched and polished skins, we are psychologically struggling every day. So that kind of paradoxical effects, we can compare it with the urbanizations in the 21st century cities, which made the cities kind of fragile. So that kind of struggling through the cities and my own emotions that I have tried to connect in my own collage. So I think first I would start with showing you how I have started my collage making process. So I have made a couple of different types of collages and then finalized them, and then started with using the colors and what kind of colors will be best for my depicting my emotions. So that's how I have done. So I can show you that, and then we can see that if you have your own images, we can go through them. If you don't have, you can take right now, and if you can use that, that would be great. So that would be really useful when I start the workshop actually through Photoshop. So I think someone else has also joined. If we want to hear from Mr. M. Dayal.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good, how are
My
you?
name is Manisha. I'm calling in from San Francisco. Sorry, I'm late.
You're good. You have not missed much.
Okay, great, thanks.
So can you introduce yourself? Like, what do
Sure,
you do?
so my name is Manisha. I live in San Francisco. I'm a physician and I've been on the front lines of COVID. And as a way to process all of that trauma, I have started doing a lot of collaging. I find it really relaxing as a way to kind of, like, I really like cutting images out of magazines and paper and then sort of assembling them. I think it gives me a sense of order in a chaotic time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Good to hear from you. So I'll then start sharing my screen. Yeah, can you all see my screen now? So that is the first one I tried with, started with, as I said, I was trying to create the connection between my own emotions and with the city. So that was a picture I had taken, which has a reflection of one of my friend, and there's this building. So I started to play with this, changing its contrast, values, and then I created some digital sketch on top of it. So that is one. Then, so my second one was this.
Is
Where,
it possible to see bigger, Debanjana?
Yeah, the pictures are not visible. It's in thumbnail.
okay.
I see them bigger. Yeah.
Marian, these are too small.
Because
Can you see them now?
no.
I think you need to share a specific photo. You shared maybe this is specific screen. This is specific,
Oh,
you know,
I
yeah,
got it.
instead of the whole screen. Yeah.
Okay, I thought this would work, but yeah, let's try this. Let's try with share screen. How about now? Can you see it?
Much better, thank you.
Visible.
Okay,
Thank you.
so this was the next one. So where I had this picture of this.
The other one to start?
Sure, you want to, yeah, go through the other one first.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this was the first one. So this was a picture of the reflection of and women, which is overlapped with the picture of the buildings. Then there are some adjusting with the color contrast, and then I try to sketch on top of it. So that is the first one. This is the second one. You can see the buildings, some adjustment with the picture, their contrast values. Then I had taken a picture of my friend, just overlapped it. Then I reduced the opacity of it, sketched on top of this, and now we have this. So I felt like this was much better than the earlier one, but then I was also not satisfied. Then this was my third one, which I finally submitted. So this is the another picture, which is kind of a selfie, self-portrait, whatever you can say. Then I just removed the hat from my head, just blended the background, and on top of that, I had this kind of jumbled housing on top of my head, overlapped it, and just changed the blending of the layers. So that is the final image. And then I had some color studies, you know, like the color studies are a little bit different because I was using to print it through lithography. So we had to create some different kind of layers. And these are the final image series after the lithographic print that I have submitted. But we are not going into that part today. We'll just do the collage thing. So I think right now you might have an idea like what kind of photos you need to start with. I'm not sure if you all have the Photoshop right now and your photos. So are you all ready with the photo and Photoshop? Should we start with the workshop? No. We cannot hear you, Wendy.
So we play Photoshop at the same time on another screen. Is that it?
Yes, yes. Or you can watch it and you can try it later.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. What about others? Anyone wants to try it? Because, you know, like the goal of this Photoshop, the goal of this workshop is to, at the end of the workshop, we'll have something which you can create and share it with us, where we can all see what you are creating, and if you can, you know, like share with us.
Oh, okay, then I better do it, huh?
Yeah, like if you do it right now, if you have any questions or anything, we can also answer that.
Yeah. Photoshop, okay.
And if you also need you know, a couple of minutes time to have one of your photos to try out with, we can also do that.
My Photoshop says it needs update.
So Vilanda right now has sent just a link which you can use also.
Oh, let's see. In the chat?
Mm-hmm.
So that's an online version of like something similar to Photoshop that you can work on the like basic tools of the Photoshop if you do not have Photoshop right now, and you can save on your desktop the final photo. It's photop.com. Did you see that, Wendy? I can send you on a separate chat.
Oh, I don't see where it is.
I'm sending to you right now.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Okay.
And what about others? Are you guys ready? Anyone need any more time?
Sorry, so you want us to pull an image of ourselves into, I have Photoshop, but I'm not very facile with it, so I thought I'd use Photop. So you just want us to pull an image of ourselves into that?
Yeah. If you had it handy, you can just use that. So you can start with that while I'm opening my Photoshop.
I think someone else said that they were ready.
Yeah, I think Vishnu Priya said she's ready.
Yep. And I'm ready too.
Yep.
And but if you are ready, just open a new document. And if I am going too fast, you can always stop me and, ask questions or tell me to just go slow. Wendy, are you ready now?
No, I can't get into this new program. It just says, hello, wake me up. Wake me up, hello. I better go back to Photoshop. I know Photoshop, but I just have to get in on it, I guess.
I think Shivangi also already shared some pictures with us, right? With the write-up and pictures. So I think you should be
I'm
also
ready.
ready.
I have Photoshop. Yeah, I did say on the chat that I'm ready. Maybe it got missed, yeah.
Is there like a file where we can access some of the saved images?
Sorry, I did not get you, Vishnupriya.
So you guys had mentioned that there's like a file where we can have access to for like different images apart from our subpiece. So I was wondering if there's like a link to it so I can access that.
So I shared that through the emails, but I will put that like photos here, the link you can access.
Yeah,
I think
maybe in the chat.
Samples, yeah, you shared with us. Is that correct, Ibanjana?
No, I have not shared that link. If you can share that in the chat, that would be good.
Yeah, I will, but it's the photos you shared with us before as the sample, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, I can also show you the photos. I think I might have the sample photos too. Yeah, so these are the sample images which we sent to you all, so that you know like what kind of images of you can be good, like just with simple backgrounds. And it's great if it's a site profile, like I always file to working with Collage. Site profiles are good.
So I shared that folder. I put it on the chat bar. You can access to those photos.
Thank you, Mariam.
Yeah, maybe we can just wait for just 2 minutes and then I'll start. So in the meantime, Mariam, do you want to share with us how did you all came up with this WWD exhibition idea?
So the initial idea started with Bridget, and then she shared that with Naomi. We were all part of Organization of Women Architects and Design Profession in Bay Area. And for 2 years, me and Bridget, we were part of like the steering committee. So we were talking about that. She came up with the idea. She shared with Naomi, and then I said I would love to join. So that was the beginning that we started October 2019. So we went through how to, and then Lauren joined. At the beginning, it was like a lot of people as volunteer, but then there were lots of, personal issue that they could not continue. And so we put together the call for submission last March. We got all of those, and then one of the other women organization of a member, the OWA, Carol, she became our juror chair, and she put together a very, very diverse group of jurors. That one of them was actually Wendy, and I know Wendy through OWA. Yeah. So, and then we were working together. Then Yolanda joined us this summer. We are very happy to have her. She's very experienced in like so many different areas. She's in Los Angeles right now, and she's part of another Women in Architecture group in Los Angeles. And so, and then we narrowed down our list of like participants to 10, and then we decided to have 3 of them as workshop events because it didn't go well with this all virtual, but we would love to have all of those pieces because like your piece was really, it had lots of thought behind, but it didn't go well with this idea of having as just one piece as an online exhibition. So we talked together internally, decided to make some of those as the workshop or event. That like one of them was last weekend, and the other is today, and one is in 3 weeks. That all 3 of them I'm sure will be really nice, and we can put together the result on our website as part of this whole exhibition. Yeah, and so we put together another like ad online to find web developer team because it is a complicated website, and it is not something easy that like we could make it through, So we could be able to find a very talented group in India, and we are working with them right now, and they're working very closely with the artists. So hopefully we will have the website soon in 3 to 4 weeks. And the website will be on for 6 months.
Okay.
And after that, we will make it archive on our own website. And this idea, hopefully, we wanted to have it every other year, but let's see how it will go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice journey.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure the exhibition will be great too.
Yeah, we are hopeful for that it will go nice, and there's no problem with that. But it was not something easy to achieve, especially when it became virtual, because it was really complicated with like so many pieces they were 3D, and we didn't know how to make it like as an online, project. But yeah, we worked with so many different people. We talked to so many like expertise in this field of like web design to see how we can achieve all of those.
Yeah.
Yolanda, do you want to add anything? Am I missing something?
I'm actually working on my project right now. No, I mean, you pretty much covered it. It's definitely been a challenge to kind of translate, an in-person exhibition into something virtual, but I think it's working out. And as we become more accustomed to that virtual atmosphere, how we change the way that we participate, in this virtual environment, right? Like, those of us who perhaps would have been more shy to want to participate are finding new ways to approach communication. And so I'm one of those people, I'm not first to raise my hand. So, so I completely understand. And I think that this is a really great platform to do that. So, I'm looking forward to future opportunities where we can take advantage of this virtual realm.
And I think
of
the
course.
other good point for that was like we could be able to include so many different people from around the
Mm-hmm.
world, which if it was
Yeah.
an actual exhibition, we could not be able to do
Mm-hmm.
that. And like even our group, we are in different parts. Like Yolanda is in Los Angeles, like
Mm-hmm.
Naomi and Lauren, they're in Bay Area. I'm in Canada. You know? So yeah, we could be able to achieve all of that even. But we could be able to, you know, align it with this virtual environment right now.
Yeah.
Hard time hearing. There's a lot of background noise. I don't know if that's Wendy or who, but can whoever's not speaking mute themselves?
I don't know. Can you hear me? This is Wendy. I'm trying to.
Can you mute yourself? Everyone else is muted who's not speaking.
Yeah, I can't. I've lost my image. I'm trying to re-enter the meeting because I seem to have left. So I'm trying to get out and come back. Sorry.
You are in the meeting,
You're in the
Wendy.
meeting and you're unmuted and we can hear all your background.
So how can I unmute? I can't find my photo. I don't know where to unmute.
Mariam, I think you may have access to be able to mute
Yeah, I
her.
can mute you.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
don't.
I can't
Sure.
see myself. I don't know where my image is. The video's on, but I thought I was out of the meeting. Sorry. I was trying to get, you know, all these Photoshop.
Sure, not a problem. So should we start with the actual collage making thing? And I saw your text, Vishnu Priya. I think that is totally fine. You have to leave early. So can you all see my screen now?
Not yet.
Just a second. Yeah, I think you can see now, right?
Yep, perfect.
So the first thing I'm going to do is, if you have already opened a new file, first I'm going to do is like just dragging my image into Photoshop. So this is the one that I'm going to use today for this collage making. And this is also, you can see, just a side profile with a simple background. Nothing extraordinary, like you all can take a picture of yourself, something like that. So the next step would be where this is a simple background, but sometimes you might not have a like plain background, or you might want to like remove the background to change the color. So I can also show you how you can do that. I am not sure what Photoshop you are using, and the link that Valanda has sent, I am not sure if it is having all the features. But in Photoshop, if you go in this quick selection tool, the first option you get is the object selection tool. So if you click on here, make sure you are in the rectangle mode, and the object subtract is added. So if I now click on my picture, I get this select subject option, and what Photoshop does is it's automatically select the picture for you. So that is, I think, a wonderful tool for this kind of collage making thing. Now I can see that, you know, like a little bit of my hairs is cutting off from here. So what we can do is I can go to a quick selection tool, and I'm just zooming in. And this plus sign is on, which means I am adding to my selection. So right now, if I click those are also adding to my selection. So if I need, you know, a little bit of more of my hair so that it doesn't look odd, maybe I want to select this whole thing. It's not that bad. And the best thing about a collage making is you don't have to be very exact. We are not making a, you know, realistic photo here. So even though there is something is not very crispy, that is also fine for a collage. So I'm just selecting those, and yeah, I'm deselecting these areas which I do not need. So I think this is pretty good. Oh, I can maybe just delete a little bit here. So I think this is pretty good. Now if I do select and mask, so now you can see that what you have selected and your background is on a different color. You can also change the color. This is just for your own visualization. So it's not necessary what color you use here. But the good thing is if you click on this tool, you can just smooth out this, you know, like this little bit of weird edges of your hair. So here is the most important thing, which takes a lot of time to select. So you can do a little bit of this. If you want to keep them, then just use this one just for a better selection part. And here you can see your edges, the edges that I have just selected. Now we can also smooth this, do a little bit of feather so that it doesn't look like just a piece of cutout, it's a little bit smoother. And in this output section, if we do a new layer, then we'll get this whole picture without its background in a new layer. So that is how you can get your picture if you have, like, if you want to remove your background, if you don't have a plain background. So that's how you can do it. Are you all good with that? Anyone have any questions, or I should carry on? I don't think anyone have any questions. So yeah, let me know if you want to do it yourself and need some time, then I can stop and give you some time if you want to try it yourself. Or we can give you time at the end of the workshop where you can try yourself. So the next process is now I want to add another picture, which I have here. You can use whatever you want. You can use something from the library or something on your own. So I'm going to use this picture today. Again, I'm dragging this here. And I'll do the same thing. I don't want this background. So if I don't want this background, I'll do the same thing with this. I'll just go to the quick selection tool. I'll go to the object selection tool. Object subtract is here, select subject, and the Photoshop will select this for me. And I think this is pretty good. So I can just select and mask. Yeah, it looks good. I think that's fine. I do not need much work with that. Again, I'll output it to a new layer. So I'll get this on a new layer. So that's what I want to work on now. And here is the layer blending opportunity where we can multiply it so that it looks a little bit of, you know, like overlapping kind of effect. So here I am also using the same kind of concept where I want to show maybe a inner self and a city that is growing on top of my head, on top of my hat. So that is the same kind of concept I'm using while making this collage. So you might have a different kind of concept, and based on that, you can choose what kind of picture you want to show and exactly where do you want to place it. So I want to place it here, which looks like, you know, like there is an inner self in me. And then there is this city growing out of my head. Maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's it. Now I don't want this part, so I'm going to the eraser tool. Just going to select this and erase this part. And I also don't want this part, so I can also do a erase this little part which is going beyond my head. And I am thinking about making this in a different color. So what I just did is I just double click on that layer, and I'm turning on color overlay. So I already have this color. You can do whatever color you want. So I'm using this color for today, and let's see how it works out. And then I'm thinking to add some of the graphic elements that I have already provided you in the library. Yes, so this is a folder. You all have some access. I'm using this one today. I'm dragging this. Maybe something like this. And going to make it. I have changed the layer so it can go, like behind that the city skyline layer kind of thing. And because because we are making collage, we don't have to worry about too much about all the sides and this sharpness and everything. We can just use different elements to hide them or blend them. So right now I'm thinking to use this element, and I want this on top of this. So I'll have it here. So it will give you kind of a sky feeling, because we are also using the moon. So maybe that's the city skyline, and there is this sky and the moon, and I can duplicate this layer now. So yeah, so that's how it can hide all the, like all the things that we have not taken care, all the edges that was there, so we can hide all of them. So that is how it is looking right now. And I want to add this too. So maybe that is going to show, my emotions a little bit here. And so that's the good part about this library. I can use anything which is, on the same color, which will perfectly go with the image as a same color theme. So maybe I'll add some elements here to make it more interesting. So that's kind of a basic collage that you can make. Now, if you want to make it more colorful, you can change your background and add color to it. Maybe if I want a black background here. So I go here and do it. And if I don't want it, maybe I want a yellow background. So I added another layer and do it. And we can check that which one is looking good, because it's your collage and you would like to see like what kind of expressions, emotions you want to express with it. We can also duplicate this layer, make a copy so that we don't lose this. And then maybe also we can do some kind of color experiments with this. So if I just do select and just click on this layer, you can see, there are kind of patches. And I feel like as a collage, this is also interesting. You might not need to, like color the whole thing, but you might not just need some kind of splashes of colors in some parts of your collage. So that you can also do. Maybe then I don't want this background. Maybe I can also use a black background. So that is what I had to share with you today, that it's a very simple, you can see I just spent maybe like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to do this, not even that. And you can try it with your photo and all the images that I have provided. And then if you can share this with us, that would be really good. Then we can discuss, like, you know, what do you have and how do you relate it with your experience. So I think there are 4 folders. If you know, like I can check in the Google Drive what are the name of the folders. So if you check the WWD workshop graphics, then you can see all the graphics that I'm using is there. Yeah, great. So if any of you are doing it, let us know, and then we can wait for you and, you know, see what you are creating, or if you need some more time, we can wait for you. Great, Shivani, we are waiting to see what you have.
So I just shared again the Google Drive folder, which has all of those graphics and the sample photography. And there are 2 other folders that when you're done, you can share your photos there, and we can include that in our final, you know, project for the website. With your photo credit, you know, you will get the credit out of that for sure.
Yes, so I think there is a folder named WWD Workshop Participant Works. So if you want to share your picture, please put it there. And then there is WWD Workshop Graphics, where you can find all the graphics that I'm using. You can use any of those. The sample photographs folder is just for what kind of photos you can use. It will be easy to use. And then there is another folder which is named as WWD Workshop _ completed works. So when you are satisfied with your work, the final ones, you can put it there. So yeah, it's not necessary that whatever you are creating today, you have to put the same photo in that folder. You can try out yourself if you want to make, you know, like couple of collages, like 5-6 collages. And if you want to select one of them, which you like the most, and if you want to put that in that folder, we'll also use that for your final work. And in the meantime, if you need, you know, need any help, or you want to share your screen or ask any questions, feel free to do that.
I mean, not so much, but I can quickly share what I've been working on.
Sure, sure. I'd love to see that.
It's something a little funny, but I can just share quickly.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because it is also difficult in an online workshop to, you know, view everyone's work simultaneously. Yeah, looking nice.
Yeah, so that's something that, I mean, yeah, I was just trying to see how one of your images I used as a pattern to repeat onto the image of the city. So it's like a scribbling pattern, which is in an order, but like because it's repeating as a pattern, but it's all scribbled. So it's like little chaos in itself, and it's just repeating again and again. And that thing is kind of reflecting on me. So there is like this, there is this order in the sky, which is one color, and then there is this all scribbles into the city, and that's like directly reflecting on me, is what.
Yes, I think yeah, that's a great one. The only thing I can tell you is that the end of your hair part, that now looks like just a cutout. Maybe you can cover it with some elements, or you can just smoothen it up. Yeah, so I think,
yeah. Yeah, that will be more going to the detailing, which I would do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
so it would be great if you share your photos with your name in that folder and put a small you know, text or script beside that so we can understand what is behind that. And it would be nice then Dibanjana can make another like outcome out of this whole workshop to be included in our exhibition with your name.
Sure, madam. Yeah, I would just complete this little bit and then put it.
Sure, that would be great. Thank you, Shivangi.
Thank you.
Anyone else is working on it?
Could you go over how you change the opacity again?
Sure. So if you maybe just do this, that would be easy to understand. So if you just select the layer, and then in the layer panel, there is this opacity. Just select it and reduce it. Also, you can find the opacity in this menu bar. So you can also do the same thing from here. You just have to select it.
Sorry, which menu bar? I think you weren't sharing your screen.
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, okay. So can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you select on a layer, so on the layer panel, you can see there is
Oh.
opacity, right? So you just
Okay.
click on this and then you can do what.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. I don't know why, but I can't see like where the layers tab is.
Are you in the Photopea thing or in the
Sorry?
Photoshop?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
in
using
Photoshop.
in Photoshop? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if you cannot find it, maybe go to views and
Mm-hmm.
go to your window and check
Oh,
if you
and
have
click
the
layers.
layers on.
Gotcha. I got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Devachana, can you like show me how we can flip an image?
What do you mean? Just flip like horizontally, vertically?
Like mirror an image if we can.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can just select an image and you go to edit.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to transform.
Okay.
And in transform, you can see there is flip horizontal, flip vertical.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
And in the transform, there are a lot of options, which is, I think, really interesting for making collages. Like, suppose you want to skew something, you know, like you can just skew it something like this, whatever you want. So
sure. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, let us know what you are planning and what you are making.
Sure.
I can share what I'm doing.
Sure, would love to see that.
Okay, can I just go ahead and share screen then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course.
Whoa, okay. There we go. So I chose to keep my face and I changed my clothes and my background. So these are actually a couple of my projects. So I'm a sole practitioner, and so the project that's on my shirt collar is one that's on the boards. It's a custom residence in Los Angeles. And the one that's in the back is a float therapy spa that completed construction in 2019. So you can kind of see me in the background here. We were kind of in the last throes of construction. So I don't know what it means, but I was just having fun with some of my photos that I had in my server. So nothing quite as artistic as what you were showing, but you know, just taking things that I already have and, you know, trying it out.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting how you are using your, you know, dresses with your this images. That's great. So one of the project that I was doing in my school was taking all of my architecture projects and using those as an inspiration for making jewelry. And also I was making jewelry out of the trashes that is generated from our architecture department. So I was trying to find out patterns and images which I have used earlier, and then trying them on my jewelry. So you made me remind that project. Your collar thing is nice.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that shirt. I'm trying to figure out how to make it now. So like, how can I get my portfolio onto my shirts? All right, I will stop share now. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. So anyone else is working on something that we should wait and see a little bit?
I think Wendy has some technical problem, right?
Okay.
Wendy? Yeah, she cannot.
She was not able to open any of the links.
Wendy, you're muted. Please unmute.
I can't control the unmute. Am I unmuted now?
No,
Yes.
you're not. You're not muted. We can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, because I see it on my screen. It doesn't say. So I just wanted to say I got the Google Drive, so I'll try this later and put it. I saw the folders and everything, so that's good. I just wish I could see the images people are trying and putting up there. If you could make them bigger, or we could see them for a little bit longer and hear a little bit more their concepts behind them if they have are, because I think the emotions and the logic of the artwork is very interesting.
Yes, of course. I think Shivangi just shared her work and she's still working on it. So yeah, so we'll when she is finished, I think she will upload it too. But Shivangi, do you want to tell anything else? What is your experience and thought behind what you are making?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. It's very interesting, the process, and I'm just enjoying. I mean, like frankly saying, by skills, I know Photoshop quite well. It's one of my strong skills. But to actually do something with so much freedom and not being worried about time or anything, it's a very beautiful mode of expression. So I think I'm happy to do this. And I'm just, like you said, I was still doing something while you were talking. So yeah. So I'm still working on it, but could I maybe just share and show you guys what I have so far?
Sure. That would be nice.
So Wendy, did you click on Alt F1 or Alt and F to make it full screen? Maybe you can see other people.
I tried Alt F1, nothing happens.
What about Alt and F? Alt F.
I don't have just a plain F. I only have F2. I have a MacBook Pro.
No, F, A, B, C, the alphabet F.
Oh, I
Plus
see.
the, yeah.
Oh, I see.
So this is something that I was just playing around. It basically I was just trying to see if I could just like combine images of Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of found these things online profiles, and I just try to combine those things, and it would be like we are kind of like overlooking our heritage, and also on top left, it's a building. It's more like a urban housing, or much more like a slum development. And they have painted it with like children's face, and so it was like really it had much deeper meaning as to how children can be more happy no matter where they are if they are being brought up well. And so this is something that I was just like playing around. I guess I will be doing more.
Sure, looks good. Yeah, I think that's great that you want to depict your own city and about the heritage and also about the contemporary architectural part where we are seeing urban housing. So it's I feel it's a good combination, like binding the heritage and the contemporary architecture.
Thanks.
And we haven't heard about Lucy. How are you doing?
I'm not able to do anything. It's already 1 o'clock here in India. So I'll write later and will share it with you.
Sure,
I'm
sure,
about to
sure.
come half sleepy.
Sure.
Thank you.
And Audrey, do you want to share anything with us?
I'm actually on my phone, so I think I'll share something later, or I'll like upload it later to the drive.
Sure.
Wendy, could you be able to see the screen now or not?
No, I just see my own picture. I don't see anybody.
Oh.
I'm
I think it's just your setting on your own Zoom. So there is a bar above or below that you can click and make a different speaker view to be you, all of them, or the person who is talking. Can you see that?
Oh, I just see high thumbnail video. Show active speaker video. Show thumbnail video. Oh, there you go. At least I have somebody. I'm sorry, it's so tricky, huh? Okay, and Yolanda, I want you to be sure to email me. I want to help with the funding.
Absolutely.
So since I don't have the chat, I can't give you my email, but Marion can give you my email.
Sure, I will share it with Yolanda.
Thank you.
And I think our video is recorded. So Wendy, you can also watch it later, the whole video again.
Okay,
And
thank you so much.
Sure, I will share it with you, with all of you that participate. If I'm missing anyone, so maybe I can take a screenshot. Or if you just you just put your emails on the chat bar, so I can copy paste to send the link to just you, because I don't want to send it to all the people who sign up for this workshop, just the people who participate right now. And I can share the video, and the Google Drive folder, you can add your photo and text later, so Dibanjana can like make another piece out of all of those later.
Sure, sure. So is there a timeline for you all? Like when do you want to have that so that, you know, we can tell everyone by that time if they can upload their work?
So I think we need to talk to you sometime this week as a follow-up to see how many like project we wanted to be included, what is like your availability to make this piece, but just keep in mind that we wanted to launch our website in 3 weeks to 4 weeks,
Okay.
not later than that. So you will need sometimes to, you know, edit all of this to put together something. So I think maybe just at the end of next week is a good time, everybody, to put their like small text and photo on that Google Drive folder so you have enough time to put together something, but we will talk together this week.
Yeah, sure, sure. So yeah, I think if all the participants can upload their final collage and also a little bit of text about the thinking behind their collage, then we can make a, you know, compile and make a overall presentation out of that. Yes, so I think
Are you going
I
to
think that is all for today, and we can give the participants some time to work on their own on this collage. But if any of you have any questions, you can reach me out. Feel free to do that regarding Photoshop or while collaging, so I can help you on that if you are
So
stuck.
I'm going to send an email later today as an introductory email. I will put the Banjana email also in that, and I will put this video, I will upload it to our drive and share it with you. I will again share the link to access to all of those library and photo on the Google Drive, so you have all of the material. And yeah, and if you have any question, you can reach out to us or to Dibanjana. We would love to help you.
Wendy, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to do anything, if you're going to do anything with what we sent you. Were we not supposed to send? Can you hear me?
So yeah, so Wendy, after you shared your photo and text there, Dibanjana is going to make a piece out of that to be included in the workshop, in our exhibition, in final website, and you will get the credit. Your name will be there, your text will be there. She needs to think about how she wanted to put together that.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then I'll just work on mine and put it in the library, right? Is that how it works?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there is a folder on that Google Drive that is completed project. Yeah, so if you add your project and your short description text that how this whole collage came together, she can include that in her final piece for the exhibition.
Okay, thank you, Vishnu Priya. Yeah, I think she had to go. So yes, do any of you have any other questions, like Lucy and Shivangi? You want to add anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
No, as of now. Thank you.
Thank you both for participating.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining. It was great to, you know, see you all and like have this great intro by Dibanjana how to make that, and hopefully we will have some nice collage to be included in our exhibition and hear your story.
Thank you, Dibanjana.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.